Hello, welcome to another video. Today I'm taking a look at Solus 4.1, the Budgie edition that's just been released. It's been a while since I've had Solus on the channel, so I'm going to give it the full treatment if you like. So I've installed it as the only operating system onto my disk on this laptop, and I'm just going to set it up for my general use and see how I go. So first things first, I'm going to jump into their their software center and into the update section, and then just see if there's any updates to get. Let's do another check. Discombobulating update matrix, software is up to date. Cool. So I'm just gonna mess around with actually first things first, I'm gonna make some folders here for my themes. So we're just gonna go to .icons, and we'll do the same for themes, .themes, and then I've got my little SSD here with some things that I've got ready. So we're gonna get arc icons, my usual ones. We're gonna open that and then extract it to the icons folder we just made. Alright, let's go to home, show hidden files, icons. We're just going to extract that one there, and we'll do the same for themes into the theme folder now. So arc darkest, I always use some sort of variation of the arc theme, arc dark, arc darkest, or just normal arc. So let's extract that into the themes folder that we also just created. Where is that? .themes, there you go. We're going to extract that there, and now we're going to click close, and that's all done. So before I start changing everything, let's just sort of have a look at the theming and stuff that they have as default. So let's go into Budgie desktop settings. So we're using Platinum Noir, and the icon set is Papyrus, and they also have like slim versions of Platinum Noir, like compact, so it'll sort of make the top bar a bit smaller there, shrink it a bit. So we've just installed some themes, so let's use the themes that we've just installed. So arc darkest, and then we want arc icons in our icon section. Right, now that that's done, I'm going to mess around with these panels because I want a panel at the top and then a little dock at the bottom, and it's quite easy and nice to do that with Budgie. So we're just going to go into the desktop settings again, and then the bottom panel, we're going to use that as sort of the template for the top panel. So we're just going to go into the settings, position, top, and then what we'll do is we'll make it a lot smaller, like 28 or something. Yeah, 28 will do for now, and then we're going to go into the applets, and I'm going to remove the icon task list. Remove sorry, and then we're going to add a new panel, and it's going to be settings, dock mode. We want it on a dock mode. Now I don't like the shadow here, so I take that off, and I also need to do that for the top panel. Right, we're going to leave that as that size for the moment, and we're just going to go into applets, and we're going to add the icon task list, add applet, and there we go. So now we've got like a little dock at the bottom. But we're going to go into the settings now and make it a bit transparent with some sort of dynamic elements. So when you full screen it, it will go solid. We're going to do the same for that, but actually we're going to hide this with intelligent hide, so it will dodge maximize windows. So let's go back into our top panel now. And what we want to do is the same sort of thing. We want to go to transparency, dynamic, and we don't want I don't want the shadow anyway. So that's that. I'm going to add some applets now. I want the workspace switcher at the top next to the, where do I want it? I'm going to want it next to the application launcher, I think, and I also want caffeine. So let's grab caffeine while we're here. We'll move that. Let's put it at the middle, but we'll move that, and then we want workspace switcher, add applet. Okay, so let's put it there. I'm going to move that because I'm going to want to install a global menu that we can get from the software store. So for the workspace switcher, let's go all the way to about there, and then I don't need to have this button shown, that little plus there. So now our workspace switcher is all there, and as you can see, it will do like a little icon of the focus window. So now what I want to do is go into their software center, and then what we're going to grab is the global menu. So we'll just type in global menu. So what I usually do is grab this one because it specifically says Budgie, and then it grabs whatever else it needs. So we'll go to install, click our password, type our password, hit enter. Right, you won't be able to add that though until we do a reboot. So we're going to do a reboot. I'll just show you though. So if you go into, let's close Budgie settings and open it again. So if we go to Budgie settings, it won't be there just yet. So if we go to top panel and we try and find global menu, it won't be there. So what we're going to do is just move caffeine a moment, and then we're going to do a reboot, and then our global menu will be there. We're going to put caffeine just to the other side of the icons. Right, let's do a quick reboot. Oh, I haven't got any. It doesn't have a default sort of Control-Alt-T keyboard shortcut, so we're going to add that and then we'll do a reboot. Let's just scroll all the way down. So GNOME terminal, just copy that into the command. Don't really need to name it something special. Control-Alt-T, done. Right, so we're going to do a reboot, and then we'll get our global menu working and then get all our applications installed and see how we go. So we're just going to have to type a password there. So I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, we're back. The startup time of Solus is super fast. Right, so hopefully now we can add the global menu to our top panel. So let's go straight back into Budgie desktop settings, and then go to top panel, and then hopefully Budgie will be there. Global menu will be there. There it is. So we're going to add that, and now we've got a global menu. Let's put it at the middle, so we're just going to put that next to the Budgie menu. There we go. So if we was to close that, you can see the sort of global menu on the desktop. Let's go to a different desktop. It doesn't want to do it just yet. I don't know if all applications have it out of the box. So here's Files, it doesn't really have it, but some do. So Firefox doesn't, but Google Chrome does. So that's our next step, is to get our programs and plugins and things that we use. So let's use their software store for a moment. I will go into their application manager, EOPKG. I haven't really used it much, so we'll go into that and see how it sort of operates that as well. So what we want to do is go into search, and we're going to go, actually we'll go to third party, because I do believe that's how you install Google Chrome. So we're going to go install. I think it has to build it in the background though, so it'll take a little bit longer. So we'll let that do that. And then while it's doing that, let's have a look at the keyboard shortcuts that we have. So let's just go to keyboard shortcuts. You can change more of the shortcuts, I think, with dconf editor though, because not all of the shortcuts that Budgie uses appear on here, because this is like the GNOME version. But we have got, so what I usually would do is I use Alt 1 2 3 4 on Budgie now for the workspace switching, just to make life a bit easier, because it does use Control Alt left and right, but you won't find that in the GNOME settings, so I just use that as well as Alt 1 2 3. So let's go to switch to, and this is the one we want, and I'll just go Alt 1, go down, Alt 2, go down, Alt 3, go down, Alt 4. So now if I just press Alt 1, Alt 2, Alt 3, Alt 4, I can just do my workspaces like that, without messing around with too many of the sort of conflicting keyboard shortcuts. So we'll do that. Let's close that up. So let's just, we don't need to show our hidden files now. I'm just going to make a new folder here for applications, because I don't use, when I'm on a non-KDE distribution, I'll use an app image for things like Kdenlive and some other stuff. Right, so that's doing that. I think I've already, okay, so Google Chrome's now installed. We're going to also grab a few more programs from here. So let's go to search, and we want Steam. And we want Steam, so we want that one. And then that will grab all the dependencies, and then after we've installed Steam that way, we'll have a look at their sort of the command line package manager. Cool. Right, so I'm going to go into my SSD here again. I've got my little desktop file that I already created for my app image for Kdenlive. So what I do is go into home, .local, share, and I'm just going to paste that into applications. It won't work obviously until I download the Kdenlive app image, which I haven't done yet, so I'm going to do that now. That way, or the way I do that, I just tie it to my Arc icon theme. It's a bit lazy, but it just makes everything look a bit more uniformed. Right, so let's go to Kdenlive. And it's going a bit slow. There we go. So let's go to download. App image. And we'll go and grab the latest one, which is here. I created the .icon file literally earlier, so it'll all work, it's fine. We're going to download that, save file, and then what we'll do is we'll copy that into applications folder and then make it executable, and then we've got Kdenlive working without having to pull all the other sort of KDE stuff from our repositories and things like that. So I'm going to let that do that. Let's see how Steam's going in the software center. Right, that's still going. what I want to do is just change my wallpaper. Let's go to I think I've got one already. I'm just going to copy that into my pictures folder. And then we're just going to right click on the desktop, change background, add picture, and then we click on that, and that's that one done. Set background. Right, let's look at how that looks. Let's go on to my next desktop a moment. Let's go on to desktop 2. Okay, once I've obviously added some more programs onto the dock at the bottom and stuff, I think that looks quite nice. And obviously the dynamic panel will work and the dock at the bottom will disappear. So at the top now it's solid. Lovely. I do love Budgie. I think it's so simple to just get, well, for me, to get the look I like. Right, Steam's done, so I'm going to open Steam and let it do its little update. Right, that's doing that. And now let's go back into our web browser and just see how that's getting on. Right, that's still going. While we're here, let's see what version of Firefox we've got. I do believe it's version 72. Let's have a look. About Firefox. Version 72.02, so that's all good. Let's close that one. Right, we haven't looked at what programs it comes installed with, so out of the box, and here you can see our global menu now, so sort of things like that, and Google Chrome does work with the global menu. I've already tested that. So as you can see here, all your sort of stuff there. If I was signed in, there'd be a few more options there, but I won't sign in just yet. Perfect. Let's pin that to our desktop, to our dock there at the bottom. Okay. Let's open a system monitor now and just see how much RAM we're using, and then I will have a look at what it comes installed with. So we're using 1.8 gig in the system monitor there, and CPU utilization is at about anywhere from 5 to 10% on each core. Okay, so application launcher here, let's go by categories. So we have calculator, Nautilus for your file manager, Gedit for your text editor. We've installed Steam. Comes with document viewer, LibreOffice and draw photos. Firefox is your web browser, HexChat IRC client, Thunderbird. We're going to install that Archives Evolution. Office, full LibreOffice suite, and calendar. Gnome calendar, I'll probably no, it won't be Gnome calendar, I don't think. Gnome MPV and Rhythmbox music player, and hardware drivers and online accounts, Gnome online accounts, Budgie desktop settings, Gparted. Yep, not too bad. So how are we now getting on with our Kdenlive download? So that's got about 2 minutes there. Are we done in the software center? Yes. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm not too familiar with the EOPKG, so we're going to have a little look at their basic package management article here. So fairly obvious, sudo eopkj install. So let's have a look at what other commands there. So it's remove to uninstall, info to get a bit of info about the package, upgrades. You can upgrade specific programs. Okay, that's pretty cool. Right, so let's open up a terminal now and install some programs that way. So sudo eopkg install, let's grab htop, vim, tmux, gimp. What else do we want? Is that enough for just the moment? Telegram desktop is what I use quite regularly. We've already got Kdenlive as an app image ready to go in just a moment. So let's hit enter with that. Okay, system error, program terminated. Telegram desktop not found. Right. So let's remove Telegram desktop. Maybe if you just type Telegram, it might be called something different. There you go. So it's called Telegram on here, not Telegram desktop. So right, yes or no? I wonder if just Y works. Let's try just a Y. Y. Yes, it does. Right, we're going to let that do that. Then we're going to do a reboot and see how much RAM we are using at boot. But I think for the most part, it's going pretty nice. I'm going to see if there's any other sort of applets for the panels. I'm not going to log into my Steam account just yet. So let's go into the Budgie desktop settings again. Let's go into applets here in top panel. Do they have like system monitors on here or anything out of the box? I'm going to grab Nightlight. What else is there? Let's go to add applets again. Raven Trigger. task list. I can't remember what the names of the other applets are, but I will download some at some point from the software store once I remember what they might be called, because I want some sort of like network monitors and stuff. Right, that's done. Let me just check that that has installed everything. Right, so I'm going to do a reboot now. I'll record it though, we'll see how quick it boots up. There's nothing else installed, so it will go straight to the desktop. Oh no, go straight to the login screen. So let's just go reboot. Ah, did I let Kdenlive finish downloading? I don't think I did. We shall soon find out. Right, it will catch up with the capture card on that screen in just a moment, and you'll see what I'm seeing. There we go. Yep, that wasn't long at all. Right, I don't think we let Kdenlive finish downloading, did we? So we're going to quickly just open up Firefox again. Where's our little download thing? Does Control J not open the download page on here? I'll tell you what, let's just do the whole thing again. Right. Save file. There we go, there's a little download thing. Let's go to show all, see how far we've got with the other one. 252. Well, maybe it'll work. Hang on a minute. Might have finished. We'll give it a go, you never know. Oh, pressed the wrong one. Right, let's see what happens if we click on this. Yep, there we go, Kdenlive's installed, so I'm going to cancel that download. Close tabs. And there's the icon that we made for it, so that should stay in the launcher now. If we close that, and then click on it again, hopefully it will be right. Perfect. So the desktop icon that we made earlier worked all fine and stuff. I'm going to have to reboot again just because I want to see sort of a cold RAM reading from boot, and then I'll sort of wrap up the video there. But I'm really quite liking Solus. I think Budgie is such a good desktop environment. Right, let's go to our top panel and just move caffeine for a moment. Not caffeine, sorry, nightlight. Done. Alright, before I do a reboot though, I'm just going to pin a few applications to my dock and install one more thing actually. I wonder if they've got Albert in their repositories. Sudo eopkg, was it search? Sudo eopkg search Albert. Aha, they do have it there. So let's install Albert as well. eopkg install Albert. Yes. Cool, right, let's open up Albert, set that up, and then we'll do our reboot. We'll make sure it's set up to start at boot as well. Let me just make sure that's pinned. Okay, no telemetry. Okay, right, so we're going to go into, before I do that I have to change a keyboard shortcut in the settings here, because I use Alt and space, and that's tied to the Windows Manager thingy, the window menu. Oh no, so what I'm just going to do is just change that to control space. Right, so where's Albert gone? There we go. So now I can go Alt space and it will open it up. I'm going to go for dark grey. I'm going to go to hide on close, clear on hide, and I don't want the shadow. So where's display shadow? I'm going to uncheck that. Auto start and login probably won't do anything. You'll have to set it in the Budgie desktop settings, so we won't worry about that. We'll do that in the desktop settings. We want applications. I don't really worry about the calculator. We do it for the bookmarks, external bookmarks, files. We'll go into files though and just make sure it gets everything. So we'll go for like that. Yeah, I'll grab that. I'll get system, terminal, and a web search. That'll be okay for now. Right, so let's just make sure that's opening, and we'll sort of type in Chrome. Perfect. Right, now I'm going to do a reboot. We'll see how much RAM we're using, but I think that's mainly me set up. We've got everything I probably need for now. So let's do a reboot. Okay, and we're back. Yeah, sort of startup time is super quick. Right, we're going to go straight into HTOP as soon as we're in. Right, look at that, 672 megabytes. It's really quite good. Yeah, we're going to sort of keep this on the disk. I'm probably going to do a follow-up video on this one though, because as I say, I haven't had Solus on the channel for quite a while, and it probably deserves a bit more of a deeper look at. There you go, we're under 600 megabytes RAM now. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.